Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Samuel Nati George has attributed a scuffle that erupted between sympathizers of the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC) and some national security personnel during the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election to the confiscation of a bunch of keys.
Testifying before the Commission of Inquiry probing the violence at the by-election, Samuel George explained that the failure of the party supporters to retrieve the seized key led to the scuffle, during which gunshots were fired. City News' Eugenia Tinkran sat through today's hearing.
Samuel George, who returned to the commission today, was allowed to screen a collection of videos he had previously sought the leave of the commission to show. He told the commission the crowd at the frontage of the NDC parliamentary candidate's house was agitated because of a supposed missing keys. According to him, he tried to retrieve the said keys to calm tempers, but to no avail.
Who told you a key had been seized?
Somebody in the crowd.
And you offered to go and retrieve the key.
And I asked double when we were trying to get things to calm down.
Meanwhile, the commission has declined a request from counsel of Delali Kwesi Brimpong and Sam George to cross-examine witnesses who had earlier testified at the commission. Delivering the ruling, the chairman, Justice Emil Short, said allowing the cross-examination will disrupt the commission's proceedings. A district crime officer at the East Legon District Police Command, DSP Abna Benewa Kwabna, was the next to appear today. She told the commission she saw evidence of gunshots at the residence of Mr. Brimpong and received empty shells from 2 school pupils nearby. She, however, said she could not retrieve similar shells from a young man who was present at the scene.
To some other stories, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will tomorrow relocate the statue of Mahatma Gandhi to the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Center of Excellence in ICT. This comes after the statue was pulled down and taken from the University of Ghana campus following agitation by some members of the university community who campaigned against the honoring of Mahatma Gandhi by Africans. A group known as the Strategic Energy Forum has petitioned the Special Prosecutor Martin Amidu to investigate procurement breaches and a conflict of interest against the CEO of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation (GNPC), Dr. KK Sapon. The group wants President Akufo-Addo to direct Dr. Sapon to step aside and allow the Special Prosecutor to investigate him. City News' Samir Yafe has more in this report.
The 4-page petition outlines the alleged procurement breaches by Dr. KK Sapon, including a breach of the Exploration and Production Act of 2016, Act 919. The group says Dr. KK Sapon, upon the assumption of office as CEO of the GNPC, went into some agreement with Aka Energy without the approval of the Energy Minister. The group is also alleging conflict of interest against Dr. KK Sapon over the purchase of a property in Takrade for an amount of $7.2 million, which property they say belongs to Global Haulage Group, a company Dr. KK Sapon served as a director. The group is demanding that President Akufo-Addo directs Dr. KK Sapon to step aside to allow for investigations. Peter Mensah is a member of the Strategic Energy Forum.
We expected GNPC CEO, if you want to sell the shares to Aka Energy, should go through the same process before. So we want the Special Prosecutor to step in this and investigate and let the institution be on the proper corporate governance system.
The Parliamentary Select Committee on Foreign Affairs will be meeting officials of the U.S. Embassy to help resolve the growing unhealthy relationship between the U.S. government and the government of Ghana.
The U.S. Embassy in January this year slapped visa sanctions on Ghana over what it calls government's failure to accept some 7,000 Ghanaians earmarked for deportation. City News' Samir Yafe has more.
The U.S. Embassy in January this year announced the suspension of all new visas for domestic employees of Ghanaian diplomats hosted in the U.S. The embassy says it will also limit the normal 5 years validity period and a number of entries on tourist and business visas for all Ghanaian executive and legislature branch employees, their spouses and children under age 21 to single entry visas valid for only 1 month. This follows what the embassy says was a refusal on the part of government to accept some 7,000 Ghanaians earmarked for deportation from the U.S. The U.S. Embassy further announced more sanctions will be placed on Ghana if government's posture does not change. A month after the announcement, the Parliamentary Select Committee on Foreign Affairs says it has been meeting the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the U.S. Embassy to resolve the matter. Minority spokesperson on Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okujato Ablakwa, says the matter will soon be resolved.
A lot has gone on behind the scenes. We've met with the Foreign Ministry to discuss this matter. We have meetings lined up with the U.S. Embassy to listen to their side of the story and to know really what has led to these visa restrictions. But so far, it does appear that there is a commitment to resolve this matter and to get Ghana off that list.
Now going to Parliament, the minority is raising red flags about the cost of some dams under the government's One Village, One Dam policy. Answering questions on the floor of the House, Food and Agriculture Minister Dr. Effigy indicated that the smallest of dams to be constructed under the program cost 2.5 million Ghana cedis. This, some minority members say, must be clarified. There is more in this report.
The Food and Agriculture Minister, Dr. Effigy, was in the House to answer questions on the One Village, One Dam policy. In the course of the session, the cost of a small dam under the policy, pegged at 2.5 million Ghana cedis, became a bone of contention on the floor.
My constituency, I saw some of the dugouts, and if it is not clear what the price is and goes out there that those things cost 2.5 million Ghana cedis, Mr. Speaker, we would have an uprising in this country.
I know that the smallest dam for cultivation will cost at least 2.5 million Ghana cedis.
Minority spokesperson on agriculture, Eric Opoku, however, insists the minister will be dragged back to the floor of the House to clarify the cost.
We are likely to bring the minister back. We will allow him to go and prepare. We'll file another question, and we believe that the next appearance he will be fully prepared to answer the question.